We're ready now to begin the mallet head. So again, we start with a 2D sketch. I'm going to use the XY plane. And I know the mallet head is supposed to be round, but we're going to go ahead and start out by drawing a rectangle. And I start on the center point, and that rectangle is going to be X value of 3, and then tab and a Y value of 1. And then enter, and we're going to click on the front of our sketch cube. Now we're going to need to grab our circle tool, and we're going to put 2 circles on the top line. One will be somewhere right around in here, and that's going to be a 0.25 diameter circle, and then another one down on this end. Again, 0.25 for diameter. And now we need to dimension where those circles need to go. So we're going to click on the center point of the circle, and then this left line, and that needs to be 0.375. And we're going to use the same measurement over on this side from the center to this end, 0.375, and enter. And now we've got those where we need them. Now we're going to use a tool we haven't used. It's the trim tool. So that's right up here. And you're going to trim the top half of the circle, and then the space in between the arc. And you'll do the same over here. And once you have that stuff trimmed out of the way, you can go ahead and finish your sketch. I'm going to home that, and now we're going to go to a tool that's called Revolve. It's right next to Extrude, but we're going to revolve, and we need to choose the axes that we want to revolve around, and that would be this one here. And you can see it went all the way around full. So we're done with that. I can go ahead and click OK and go ahead and home that. Now we're going to need to put on some chamfers, and we find that our chamfer tool is right here. I'm going to go ahead and chamfer this end here and this end down here. Or I guess I'm only going to be able to do, let's see, that, and maybe only one at a time, so I'll go ahead and apply that. And I want to do the same thing on this end. I don't know why I'm having to click on it 2 times, but, and I'll apply that, and now I can X out of that. So now we have chamfers on both ends. You can see the 45-degree angle up there on each side. Go ahead and home this again, and now we're going to need to put a hole in there, because we did have to put the mallet handle into the hole to get it to hold on. So if we go over here, we need to find our planes, and you can see we have all our different planes here. And I'm going to go ahead over to here where it says plane. I'm going to click on that, and this very top one here, the plane, we want a work plane, and if you read that, it creates a construction plane that is attached parametrically to other objects. So I'm going to click on that. Now go back over here to my XY plane, come over to my object. I'm going to click right here in the center of that, and now we're ready to go ahead and start a sketch, but it won't make the sketch. So we got to go up by a corner, and there it says work panel. Now we can left click, we get this create sketch, and you'll notice that if you did everything right, the crosshairs for this plane end up being right in the middle of our work plane. So I want to put a point on there, and I'm going to place it right on that center. And now we're done with that. So I'm going to finish that sketch. And now we need to put a hole. And we need this hole to be able to match what we had for our handle. And we need it to be threaded. So I'm going to go ahead and click down here on this because that's for threading. And now I look at the size. If your size is not at 0.625, you'll want to change that. And it should come up 5/8, 11 UNC, 2B. Now we have a distance that we need to have our threads go. And I'm going to make that distance 1 inch. And then it wants to know how deep we want the overall hole. I'm going to go ahead and make that 1 also. And now we've got that hole in place. We can go over here to our browser and we'll go to our work panel. I'm going to just right click on that, go to visibility, click that off. That gets rid of that work plane. And now we can go ahead, put on some color. Again, try and keep things different colors. I'm going to go there and click with the paint can, see what color I can get here. Let's see. That should be fine. And I'll click OK. And now we've got our mallet head done. Now you can go File, Save As, Mallet Head, and put in your pegboard toy folder.